The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, I don't know if it's a good evening, folks. The news has kind of been dark this week.
There's air in the lungs. It's a good evening, Sam.
We are alive, so any day. I hate to start the show off, but any day above ground is a good day in my book. Kind of
Oh my God, I'm in a basement though, Sam. What does that mean?
Well, you're in your own basement at least, so.
Well, that's true.
We should kick dirt on Lex.
So
that's how you grow from being a manlet to being a man. Is your basement becomes your own.
That's very true. We're you're not staying from your mom's basement, so.
No, sir.
Long
way removed from there. No, this bad boy is all mine.
Very true. So
and from the magical basement, I've observed through the tendrils of these connected tubes they call the internet, shit been going down this week, Sam.
Oh boy, has it. Yeah,
and as Cypress Hill said, when the shit goes down, you better be ready when the shit goes down.
Yeah. And as friend of the show Evan from the Fake a Ton podcast says, it's been only a week, but it feels like a whole year as far as the news goes. And I already did a vlog on
chronological or
yeah,
like what's happened. I'll tell you where we start this week, because our week starts from where the last show was, right? The next day, we did a wonderful stream on the Cringe Coffee House where we watched Charles Manson Superstar, and I tried to convince everybody that Charles Manson is innocent. Check that out, Cringe Coffee House. Very fun. Sam joined us.
And I have to say that I actually, Charles Manson, say what you will, I don't think he was a good guy. But I don't. Yeah.
No, he's a crazy guy.
The narrative things are as Candace Owens likes to say. Guys, things just they aren't adding up in the narrative.
Look, I'm just asking questions. Why does a judge and a jury buy that a man has mind control powers, and so you can't have him defend himself in court? I'm just asking questions. I don't have a conclusion. Just asking questions. That's all we do here, Sam. We ask questions.
Did you have
sometimes the answers are very funny. Remember when I was asking question after question after question and we didn't have any civil course, Sam?
Where's the civil course?
There's no more civil course, as our good friend Secret Agent Boomer would say. Everybody's mad, Sam. Everybody's fucking mad. It doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on right now. It seems like people are big mad, Sam. And we could slice into about 6 reasons why.
Yeah.
Brown shooting probably come. No, wait. John Cena's last match and he lost, and people are mad about that. Let's start there because that's less dark. They're mad that he lost his last wrestling match. Bros, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. If you're mad about that, you are the definition of what they call a mark. Moving on to the next thing people were mad at. Actually wasn't the Brown shooting, although chronologically it was. Because the Brown University has apparently had, as far as we're told, some unidentified number of unidentified individuals entered in an unidentified manner, shot people in an unidentified manner. The police have literally said this afternoon, Sam, they don't even know who the witnesses are, much less have interviewed them. And this person or persons simply casually strolled out into downtown Providence and briskly disappeared. And may I speculate for a second, Sam?
Yes.
Probably disappeared either into the immediate fucking train station right next to it, and then from there they could be in Boston within 40 minutes, in fucking Connecticut in like 30, and so on, and all the way down to DC and wherever the fuck they want from there. Or they could have hopped on Route 95, Sam. Sam, I know you're in Florida. Are you aware of Route 95?
Yeah.
Did you know that if you stepped out of Brown University and took a fucking left, that you could drive almost right to wherever the closest 95 is to you?
Yes.
On one road. So he could be, he, they, she, whatever, could be anywhere on the fucking eastern seaboard, according to the Providence police and the FBI and the state of fucking Rhode Island, who all look like absolute fucking retards right now. And the audacity, by the way, of former Governor Sheldon Whitehouse, now Congressman, downgraded because he sucks.
Well, yeah, what a douche.
He literally today, Sam, said anybody speculating about the person of interest that the FBI put a picture out of is stupid, doesn't know what they're talking about, and needs to quote, and these are quotes, Sam, and needs to shut up. What do you think that's going to make me do?
Go on a rant.
I have been asking simple questions.
Do it even more.
Like, why are there no cameras? Do you know what they said at a press conference today, Sam? They said there's 1,200 cameras on Brown, but we won't tell you where they are because that's a security risk. Bitch, the security risk already happened.
Okay, can I?
2 people are dead.
Can I comment about that, because I actually have a specific one. Why is it that in 2025, almost 2026, we have 4K security cameras that can, like, if you get like a speeding
At
ticket,
the fucking
right?
Denny's.
Yeah, if you get a speeding ticket, you can literally see like. If you get a speeding ticket, you can literally see like the coffee stains on your dashboard in, crystal clear HD, and yet the camera footage that we've seen,
On security cameras, you can't fucking see shit.
I've seen way bigger pictures of better pictures of Bigfoot.
Max, my camera phone from when I was in like middle school from like 2007.
Bro, remember the Game Boy camera?
Yeah.
You could get a better picture of this event from a Game Boy camera.
Yeah. I mean, for
PlayStation iToy has better fucking quality.
Yeah.
My son has a fucking, that little game thing. There's a little camera on that thing that if you had taken a photo of that guy from like a rooftop with the camera built into this $50 fucking game, you would have a 1080p picture of that person.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that nobody has a picture of this person?
Yeah, every single game, every single picture from a fucking government camera is dog shit.
Yeah. No. Morpheus, those aren't from government cameras. Those are from private citizen cameras, because there's a perimeter of cameras that they're saying not one of them caught the guy, within the fucking actual university. And then on top of that, Sam, in some of those videos, I've seen the person of interest walk in front of police cruisers, but we haven't seen a dash cam. The dude or whatever would have been a few feet in front of that police cruiser. Not to mention he walks by like 2 Teslas. They definitely have his picture. Why can't we see this picture? Sam, when is the last time a mass shooter at a school walked casually out and disappeared into the night? When has that ever happened?
Never that I can think
I
of.
can't remember.
Fucking clowns, every one of them. Providence Police, their chief getting out there saying, we don't know who was in the classroom. That's what he said today. He said that. He said, we don't know, and we've not interviewed them yet.
Yeah.
Bitch, this
Why the
was
fuck not?
Saturday. It is now Wednesday night. You haven't even talked to people? You don't even know who might not have been in the building? The
Yeah.
fuck?
Look, if you're mad about this, and I know you are, and I'm mad at this,
If Brown's cameras are this shit, what are they doing with their endowment?
good question, Mort. I'm pretty sure FX Reagan is like pretty close to having a stroke over this. I might be exaggerating only slightly, but like not much. He's
Because I know why, Sam, because me and him are always talking about how these conspiracy nuts are fucking assholes half the time, spreading misinformation. And here we have a case. Who's spreading the misinformation? It's the goddamn Providence Police.
right. And him as a cop, it's like fucking rookies can do better than
Those 2 young people are dead. They were
Yeah.
both under 20 years old. They didn't deserve this. And apparently they want to talk about gun control after this? Bitch, you're telling us we need to depend on the police? This is what we're supposed to depend on? This is your sales pitch.
And look,
Let's take away all the guns so that the police will handle it.
I do want to say that part of the reason why part of the reason why I was late, we were talking about this on air. I don't want to go into like too many specifics, but between Charlie Kirk's incident and this now, people both online and in my real life have expressed concern over my safety in
And
doing
it's not
this.
unfounded
And
because I want to say that
Yeah.
the primary victim, Ella, was a small time, yes, podcaster, but with a bit of a following, especially well known at Brown. Sam, they had threads from the Brown protesters, the sort of Antifa types, Trantifa. They had a Reddit board talking about her, about how
Yeah.
much they hated her. I can't. It seems like she was targeted. The police even at one point slipped and said that it's targeted. How do they know it's targeted if they don't even know who fucking anything, right? Well, because she's a target. That's why. See, nobody knew that until it come out who she was. She would have been a target from these left-wing protesters. Absolutely. She was the vice
Absolutely.
president of the college Republicans.
Yeah.
And she had a small I'm not sure if it was a podcast or a TikTok, but she had an online presence. And a small following, and she also had online haters. This girl was 19 years old, Sam. She doesn't deserve any of this, whether she was targeted directly or just happened to be the one to get killed. In either case, why is Providence not telling us anything except that they don't know shit?
Also, like I don't I hate to be like this guy, but like Trump declared Antifa a terrorist organization. Why are Antifa being like at least dragged in?
Because they
Or
all
they're-
say they're not Antifa. They say Antifa doesn't exist. It's the oldest game in terrorism, is you pretend you're not real.
Well, that's
Fucking
funny.
retarded.
That's funny considering that they were bragging about like I mean I know that
When they had no risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great about it, right? Now they've all dude, some of the big time leaders of like Rose City Antifa out in Seattle actually left the country when that happened, when the domestic terrorist group thing came down. Like, they know what's up. They're not as stupid. Like, the average Antifa, like, street banger who thinks
Get the
he's
fuck out of
an
my
Antifa,
country.
I'm sorry, the average idiot Antifa guy on the street, they probably are a true believer, and they're probably like, you can't, I'll fight till the end. But the top guys, they're not stupid. They
No.
know what that meant, and they know that they are now a target, and like you said, they could get pulled in. So all we're left with is the semi-affiliated, like, meatheads. Oh, wait, is that bad? I shouldn't say that, huh?
Well, funny you should bring up meathead. I
Hey
already.
there, meathead, are you taking care of your drug addict son there? Edith, I told him his drug addict son was no good. He didn't want to listen. I don't know.
Listen. Apparently you and Brady Love are in the same boat. Neither of you are apologizing for still being critical of Rob Reiner. Let me just say this.
Why would I apologize for being critical? Did something happen?
Well, apparently he was a victim of patricide.
Patricide? Wait, he got killed?
Yeah.
Rob Reiner's dead? I thought he was in a mental institution the last I heard about him. Because Trump won, remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, that guy definitely should have been telling us all how to live our lives, huh? Because he was such a good parent to his own son.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And people wonder why.
Oh, but he made art, so I'm not supposed to criticize him. I got you.
Well,
Yeah, how many artists I like do they drag anyway, Sam?
Yeah.
You know the answer to that one. Well, you don't know the exact number, but you know it's more than one. Look, you can drag an artist.
I don't. Yeah,
he made The Princess Bride. Yeah, who cares? Fucking 40 years ago. He's a dickhead. Even his son thought so.
Well, also, like, when I had my friend Karina on the show, like, people always asked her why she never went into, like, why she never went the Pam Anderson route and went into, like, big time Hollywood. And she said it was a weird town and the people were weird. And yeah, this is like an example of why. Like, say what you will, she might be like an indie, actress working on indie films, but no one in her community is like has threatened her that I know of. Whereas, yeah, people in Hollywood, it's an ugly town, it's an ugly business. In all seriousness, like, yeah, should Rob Reiner have gotten killed? No, but like,
It's a club I'm not in.
Hey, that's not for me
yeah,
to judge, Sam. That's between him and God.
it's a it's a big club and we're not in it. So,
No, I mean, okay, all jokes aside, I had no jokes, Sam, about that. I wasn't going to joke about it. I thought the same thing you did, Sam. I was like, oh, that's just terrible. Like, we'll talk about how bad of a shithead he was later. Right? That's a tragedy.
yeah.
Then they told me you couldn't even mildly say that. Trump was like, hey, it's not the biggest deal to me in the world because he's an asshole to me. Oh, you're not allowed to say things like that. Well, let me tell you what, Rob Reiner was a piece of shit and he got what he fucking deserved. How about that?
Which by the way,
people aren't gonna they're gonna clip that one, aren't they?
Which by the way, I kind
Some
of
old fucking dude, you think he gave a fuck about you, MAGA supporters who are trying to, oh no, you can't talk bad about Rob. He wanted you dead.
But Max, he
He
said
didn't give a
nice
fuck about us.
He said nice things about Charlie Kirk. Well, I also want to
Let me explain why I say he got what he deserved. He didn't get what he deserved for any of his political beliefs. He didn't get deserved for any of his antics in public. He didn't get deserved for any of that. He got what he fucking deserved because he raised a murderer.
Yeah, and also
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you right now, people might say that's unfair, but he judged each and every one of you. Go look at the things he's been saying the last 10 years. Go look at his fucking Twitter and tell me when Sam Hyde says they want you dead, they want you you're brainwashed, your kids raped in front of you, and they think it's funny. He literally meant guys like Rob Reiner.
And I actually said that
But no, I actually don't think he deserved it, but I'm going to say whatever I want now because they told Trump he can't say nothing. So I'm going to say the worst things I can. Just wait till we get to my list, Sam.
And also, again, I know you cringed at this the last time I said, but again, like people were trashing the same people who are saying, oh, sexual freedom and all that stuff are the same ones saying that Brandy Love should again be gang raped because she's conservative and she doesn't
you
like.
have also on the other side the same people dressing up as zombie Charlie Kirk for fucking Halloween want to tell us what we can say about Rob Reiner. Let me tell you something. I'm already working on my zombie meathead costume, Sam, for next year.
Which I don't even think it's that like
big throat cut.
Hey,
I don't know. My son, how do I get him off the drugs, Arch? Meathead, you retard.
I don't even think zombie meathead is like egregious compared to the Charlie Kirk because like they weren't even doing a zombie Charlie Kirk. They were doing like straight up like like.
Fair enough. But I'm gonna be zombie meat. Well, by that point, he'd have to be a zombie. No,
that's what I'm saying though. Like
he's gonna be a while. He's gonna stink.
That's what I'm saying though, Max. Like you're doing the actual like I don't know if you want to call it classy. I don't know if you want to call it like the classier, but you're not reenacting like his. Oh man, what if that were Halloween?
Oh no, hold on. We'll do like the left where we do art that's like really subversively fuck you in their face and then just say it's art. And so yeah, we could have a reenactment, right? Where it's like Meathead and Archie and Edith and they're arguing about the druggy, grandson. And then he comes in and stabs him.
By the way,
I'll call it art. It'll be art, Sam. It's real funny, isn't it? It's kind of like when they, I don't know, have depictions of Trump decapitated and shit. It's like people want to talk to me like they're all holier than thou about this fucking shit. Fuck each and every last one of you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're left, right, or whatever. It's not sacred. The guy was an asshole, but even still, it's kind of just funny. Norm Macdonald would make jokes about it, Sam.
Oh, Norm
knew him well, and he would make jokes about it.
Yeah.
He would make jokes about the fact that apparently Billy Crystal went there to cry with the body. What the fuck is wrong with Hollywood?
A lot based on...
Who the fuck? Dude, if I knew somebody, if a good friend of mine was murdered, I wouldn't be like, let me go in the house and just look at the blood. What the fuck?
What is right with Hollywood, Sam or Max?
That's the better question, and this is why we support indie content creators.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just the discourse around the whole thing is distasteful to me. To try and say that there's certain ways you're allowed to talk about people. Hey, a lot of people live by the motto that they won't speak ill of the dead. A chat even mentioned that, and I can respect that. You don't have to, but I might.
After the way they spoke about Charlie Kirk, fuck them.
Well, no, but this person is here, so they probably were very upset by the Charlie Kirk thing. But my point is like I understand that other people have a certain decorum about this kind of thing. But that doesn't mean that I do. And I'm sick of even fucking trying when I see the horrible things that they all say. You know what I mean? I come from like the horrorcore music genre, Sam.
Yeah.
I've produced records like check out Q Strange, Just Kill Somebody. It's a classic song I produced. The theme of the song is take a deep breath, grab a knife, and just do it. I don't care about this kind of shit. Holier than thou, dude. I'm a metal goth kid from the fucking 90s that doesn't give a fuck what you think. And so when it was the Christian right moralizing at me, I told them to eat a dick. Then it was the left moralizing at me, and I've told them to eat a dick. Don't confuse it. Whichever side you're on, just because I'm telling the other guy to eat a dick doesn't mean you shouldn't.
Well, and then when
if you're gonna moralize at me, I'm gonna tell you eat a dick.
You want to live by a set of standards, and that's why I want to respect the guy in chat. He's saying or him or her, I don't know. The Okie Dean is saying that they want to live by a certain set of decorum, and I respect the fuck out of you for that. The people telling me I have to is my problem. I don't have to do shit that they want. I can say, you know what? Then stop me from saying it.
By the way,
threatening nobody. I'm not breaking any law by making fun of the fact that Rob Reiner's junkie son killed him.
Yeah, by the way, Okie and Joe, like big shout out to both of them, and Humongous. Like everyone here has been, they've listened to me long enough, and I appreciate everyone's support here. Like I said, I don't.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. It's fair. I am. And this has triggered me into full-on assholery, Sam, because it's not just about that, but also, at the same time, completely unrelated, but tied back to the Brown thing, what have we got? We have Sheldon Whitehouse, a sitting congressman, telling people they shouldn't say things because they don't know things, and they should shut up and they're stupid. I'm sick and tired of the... I don't care if you're left or right. What everybody seems to be sick and tired of is being told what you can and can't say. That's it. We should be allowed to just have thoughts, even if they're dumb, even if they're bad, quote unquote. Who fucking cares?
Yes. Oh, by the way, we might.
Do they ever tell the left to shut the fuck up about their bad thoughts and bad takes? No.
Maybe they do, but then you know what it is the left just doesn't shut the fuck up, and they want me to shut the fuck up. What they've mistook, though, is that I'm a very independent-minded guy. And so whoever's telling me to shut the fuck up becomes my enemy.
Well, that's Absolutely. The thing. And then someone, and then on the flip side, someone like
Except for you all wonderful people. When you do it, it's fine.
Well, but then, Max, to kind of, because I do want to say, too, for someone like me who says, well, I didn't like Rob Reiner's politics, but it's still a tragedy. I'm labeled as like a fence sitter or something. And it's like, well, it's like, okay, so
how do you get, hold on. This is really important, Sam. How do you get from your wheelchair onto the fence? This is like the world needs to know.
I mean,
if you want, I can give you the
No, go on with your point, Sam. I'm sorry. Cheap joke.
No, I mean it would be hard to explain. So,
holy shit! How did Sam get on this fence?
You brace one hand on the wheelchair and one hand on the fence and push up.
There you go.
Yeah, but then like
the expert burglary tips from crippled gentlemen.
But then the other problem though more is if you try and get on the fence, sometimes like you rack your balls, and that can hurt sometimes.
Oh my god.
So what? I'm just
no. He's
that's why you
sit on
the corner fence post there, Sammy.
Yeah, maybe. So
this one time I was climbing a fence at a cemetery for no apparent reason, and I fell. And it had them sharp old, big old pointy ones. It stuck right in my thigh, right next to my ball sack. It got infected. I got all fucked up by that.
Oh man,
that was like 8th grade. That shit wasn't fun at all. So you don't want to be a fence sitter because you don't want to get stabbed in the balls.
Well,
Facts.
maybe that's what's happening to Tim Pool. We don't know. He keeps fence sitting all the time. You
I
know,
thought that's because like his balls must be on his head then, under the beanie. That's why he wears the beanie, right?
maybe. By the way, like that's another thing. Like I don't want anything bad to happen. Like indifference isn't good enough for people anymore, I guess.
No, that's why I'm just gonna be an asshole.
Yeah.
It's easier. Like I could be nice. I'm a nice guy. You know, I was nice to you and all that. But yeah, like it's just much more fun to just be an absolute asshole and say bad jokes about current events. So that's what we're doing. We're halfway through the list being ready, even though it should be ready.
What's going on, crackers?
And Puffy Phil is here.
What is going on, guys?
Well, Max is trying to piss off half the audience, but Phil, I know pissing the audience off is like your specialty.
Is
Like-
it?
Like you live for it, I think.
I love when he comes on. Am I missing something that the audience? Well, they don't like me either. Okay, yeah.
Well,
we're
I
bros.
mean, pissing off the trolls, not pissing off the audience, but like pissing off the the
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
bots who
I'm the one that pisses off
hate
the
us?
audience. He just pisses off the bad ones. I got you.
No, I mean there's times where I piss off everybody. I like to
Not me.
I don't know. It just depends on the mood, and it depends on what people are talking about. Like if you're stupid enough, I will try to piss you off.
So,
Oh no, I'm in danger.
well,
Oh
you
no,
want-
no. You're fine. I usually like you. Most of what we like you post is like I think is I generally agree with. So it's not like
Well, like the whole
Yeah.
vibe here has been for the longest time since I got here, at the very least, like not being so sacrosanct about everything, like just being able to even sometimes just laugh at the absurdity.
yeah.
Like to me,
Oh yeah,
and
you got
I'm
you
fucked up
gotta
by the
laugh.
ground thing because that's literally 5 miles away, and I used to hang out there and smoke weed with all the art kids.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing I have to an alma mater.
Yeah.
And
And
this-
also,
I used to, in the courtyard outside the building it happened in, that's where we'd sit there and smoke weed. And so as it's all going on, I'm like, I know, I'm like, okay, where would a guy go? And it's just insane to me, but I can see how it's funny in a grand way, I guess, in a dark way, that this shooter's going to get from the heart of Providence. He's just gone. Gone.
Well, I mean, like in some perspectives, like it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard to find a criminal, right? Sometimes it's just really hard, right? Yeah, like and especially if somebody like wants to not be caught and they make the right decisions, sometimes they may have a good chance of maybe not getting caught.
And that's very fair, and I agree. And then there's this, where, and by the way, this happened at a press conference this afternoon, Sam. A local Hispanic radio show host got let in as a press agent, and he asked a very smart question about if there's, the rumor is, and it was all over the Reddit threads in the preceding months, that they turned their entire camera system off because they were afraid of ICE raids. Because they're a sanctuary school in a sanctuary city in a sanctuary state.
oh yeah. Funny
Wow.
how that
Yeah.
happens.
And now they're saying there was 1,200 cameras in that school. That school sits on a 1 square mile block. That's a lot of fucking cameras, right? But they don't have one shot of anything.
Like anybody who's ever been to a college
I call
will
bullshit.
tell you. Anybody who has ever been to a college, whether it's a big Ivy League private school or a bumfuck community college, they'll tell, like, there's cameras everywhere.
At least at every
Everywhere.
entrance. At the very least, every possible entrance. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're not in every fucking classroom, they're in every major entrance, in all the major traffic points. Yeah. By the way, that's true of most elementary schools nowadays.
Yeah, I was gonna say the community college that I went to for my first 2 years in like in 2015 and whatnot to get my prereqs, they had not only like 4K cameras in like every entrance, but like in every hallway. And that was back in 2016. And by the way, like when I was there too, like I had Hillary supporters that would like harass me and try and like knock off my MAG hat, but campus security was like they were on it.
We had I've pointed this out. I got the sign still right behind me from Straight Pride Boston in 2019. There was, just for 200 or so of us to have a march, there was literally more police than there was marchers and protesters combined. There was about 2,000 police present, and there was about 800 Antifa protesters and about 200 of us. So they doubled us. 2 for every 1 person there for the event. I mean, security up here, any college is one thing, but security in New England is like insane. So for them to tell me that the only thing they can find is they're begging people for their Tesla cams and shit, it's pathetic. But Sam, fresh off the list, or fresh off the press, the printing press over here, that is Maxine, I got my list, and it touches on a lot of what we talked about, and I got some banger jokes in here, Sam.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead with
Now,
this week's list.
A little background on this list, Sam. We had to dig through, and so I discovered today. I had a lot of jokes. A lot of them wound up not in this list because I could use them on the air. Sam, this is the top 10 jokes or opinions about current events too edgy to tell on the Whitfield Report Live.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we're not going to tell any of these jokes. This is just a list of the kind of jokes that are just, they didn't pass the muster, Sam. They might upset somebody.
Gotcha.
Okay. Number 10, Sam. What did the 2 genders say to the other 72 genders?
I don't know. What?
Nothing. They don't fucking exist. Number 9. This is more of a statement. Garth Brooks is almost certainly a prolific serial killer.
Tune in to the Cringe Coffee House. You started talking about that right as I like signed off, and yeah, it was like you put that into my head, and I'm like, damn.
Okay, here. What quick story. So I was a month ago. I was in Nashville, and loved it. But there was something. There were things that I noticed about Nashville. So we went to the area where the Star Bars are at, and like, so Kid Rock has one, Jelly Roll has one. There's a lot of country stars that have their own bars. But Garth Brooks has one, and so the only, like, you go to any other country, like you'll go to any one of these Star Bars, and it's like good old fashioned like country music, like all that. All like country. They're all like like cowboys and all that stuff. And then you got like I walked by the Garth Brooks one, and it was all like it was straight DEI everything. It was literally like not like I think like maybe out of all the employees, like two of them were DEI, like two of them
Now,
were
see,
white.
now,
Like
see, a lot of people might think that's just because he's a lefty, but actually, what he's doing is, you know how serial killers love to taunt people? It's an anagram. He's not doing diversity, equity, inclusion. He's doing diversity, inclusion, and equity. See, and he's secretly letting everybody know that he's a serial killer. Bringing us completely back around, but yeah, I bet you he's a lefty weirdo. Number 8, Sam. The CIA killed Malcolm X, Eazy-E, Tupac, and brought crack into the inner cities. I guess, is that a joke?
that's not a joke. That's a factual statement. What are you
Yeah, that's
talking
just
about?
a factual statement. R.I.P. Eazy-E. Number 7, Sam, you'll like this one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden who?
Joe Biden has ass cancer. Wrote that myself,
people,
Sam.
Hey, when people said Joe Biden was a pain in the ass, no, they meant literally.
Number 6, Sam. If Antifa is a terrorist organization, why them motherfuckers all over Reddit?
That's what I asked at the beginning of the show.
I know. We are alike. This should scare you.
Yeah, like
Number 5. I know it's not polite, but sometimes when I am all alone, I wonder how much meat was left on Meathead. Number 4. Have you seen the news about the Rhode Island FBI kicking snow to look for evidence at the Brown University? I thought it was weird too, but then I remembered people making ash angels on 9/11. I guess you just goof off when it's an inside job. Number 3. Turns out you shouldn't sue your wife for raping her. Shouldn't do that, Sam. Bad look.
No, that is a. I know exactly what that is. That is a deep cut. So
Deep cut.
That's right. Case got dismissed. Who would have guessed? Number 2. The number 2 joke we shouldn't tell on the show, Sam. The Rhode Island government. That's it. They're a fucking joke. $100 million to Kurt Schilling to make an MMO, but they can't even find a mass shooter in downtown Providence in broad fucking daylight.
wait, they gave Kurt Schilling 100.
38 Studios, Sam. Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
The state of Rhode Island loaned 38 Studios, which is Kurt Schilling Studio, $100 million to make a video game, and then the company went bankrupt. The company being the investors of the company, I should say, being the Rhode Island taxpayers. Yeah, they got left holding the bag. That's probably why the place is such a shithole. But we read them back. I'm gonna read the jokes back, even though some of it's a little longer than other lists, Sam. But we'll go. The top 10 jokes or opinions about current events too edgy to tell on the Whitfield Report Live. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to tell any jokes.
Not at all.
Ever again. Number 10. What did the 2 genders say to the other 72 genders? Nothing. They don't fucking exist. Number 9. Garth Brooks is almost certainly a prolific serial killer. Number 8. The CIA killed Malcolm X, Eazy-E, Tupac, and brought crack into the inner cities. Number 7, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden who?
Joe
Joe Biden.
Biden has ass cancer. Yay. God damn it. I'm such an asshole. If Antifa, number 6, if Antifa is a terrorist organization, why them motherfuckers be all over Reddit?
That's
Number 5, I know it's
just a
not
question.
polite, but sometimes when I'm alone, I wonder how much meat was left on Meathead. Number 4, have you seen the news about the Rhode Island FBI kicking snow to look for evidence at Brown? I thought it was weird too, but then I remembered people making fun of making ash angels on 9/11, and I guess you just goof off when it's an inside job. Number 3, turns out you shouldn't sue your wife for raping her. Just who would have known that, Sam? How would you know? Number 2, the Rhode Island government is a fucking joke. That's who. They're a fucking joke. $100 million to Kurt Schilling to make an MMO, but they can't even find a mass shooter in downtown Providence in broad daylight. And the number 1 joke I shouldn't tell on the show, Sam. What did Rob Reiner and Nicole Brown Simpson have in common?
They were both killed?
They literally died in the same house in the same manner. Less of a joke, more than a gruesome fact. Sam, that's true. Also, Marilyn Monroe overdosed in the same house.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. So they both got stabbed to death in the same room. That's the joke, Sam.
I mean, I don't see how that's a joke so much as just like a creepy, weird
So what you're
coincidence.
saying is that house is cursed?
Everybody says that.
I said that as soon as he told me that, I said that house is fucking cursed, and anyone that lives there is going to die in a similar manner. And then I asked him, "Hey, was the son's room the room that Marilyn Monroe died in? Because then I'd really start to believe that it was cursed or just like fucking haunted as fuck."
I propose an alternate theory, guys. I think Hollywood is cursed.
Yeah.
Well,
You know the
Yeah,
haunted
no.
side is, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you
we know
think-
that, Max.
I mean, they're all a bunch of drug addicted, mentally ill sociopaths. I mean, it's not like, I don't know. It's is it really
Facts.
Sprinkled in, mixed within like rapists and pedophiles and just
Right.
generally bad people sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Like, imagine they sold to our generation more than pretty much anybody outside the boomers this idea that you should go to Hollywood, make it big. That's
Yeah.
the biggest lie they told anybody. Now they're, at least now, the young kids, they're telling them, you go YouTube, make it big. It's like, well, at least they don't have to go live in Los Angeles and get diddled on a couch. You know?
No, now they only go to Miami.
No, now they go on Roblox and never mind.
Or
Well,
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Crazy days we live in. Ogie Dean says it's a ritual thing. I actually literally
Now
think
they,
there's
now they
some
turn
truth
18
to
and do
that.
OnlyFans.
There's some ritualistic elements to all that shit, man. But yeah, so apparently OJ totally didn't stab 2 people to death in this literal same living room that Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle died in.
So, hey, Max, I've got an edgy joke for you. What's the difference between Norm Macdonald and Rob Reiner? I know that Norm's in heaven for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the difference between Rob Reiner and John McCain?
Nothing. They're both getting ass fucked by Satan in hell.
Yeah. They're probably cellmates, you know? Let's be real.
I saw a meme yesterday that where Rob arrives in hell and he's asking My God, why is everyone down here like Democrats?
I saw a meme where it was the meathead version of Rob Reiner, George Floyd, and Charlie Kirk all walking holding hands off into a sunset. Memes are weird, Sam. I don't even know why that exists. I don't know what it's trying to say, but I laughed. Can't lie. It's funny. It wasn't even AI. It was like one of those like edits, you know?
Yeah, I find it weird. I find it weird that like people are. I mean, look, I guess if someone wants me to say something nice about like Rob Reiner, he at least did condemn Charlie Kirk's murder, but as people pointed
He
out,
just called for the rest of us to be murdered. That's all.
well, yeah, that and also I believe when Trump's if you want to know why Trump is so salty, it's because Rob Reiner said something like, well, he was sad that the bullet missed or something like that. Which, like,
Sam, it's a lot more than that. He
well,
funded Pissgate. He funded the investigations. He has been he's not some Hollywood guy that had no shit skin in this fucking game. And if they're going to say that it's okay for people to say stuff about Charlie Kirk because he was a political figure, well, guess what? Rob Reiner, whether you like it or not, and whether you loved his movies or not, made himself a political figure for the last 10 fucking years.
yeah.
So if it's okay to make fun of Charlie Kirk, then it's okay to make fun of him. And if it's not okay to make fun of either one, you're not an American.
I would my point in bringing
Or not okay, but acceptable, because we have a First Amendment here. You might not think it's okay, but my point is, if we stamp down, and I can't say that Rob Reiner was a douchebag because somebody murdered him, that's a slippery fucking slope.
Geez, Max, it's almost like we're living up to the namesake of the logo on the uh on my right, your left, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome to Right to Offend
look, I told you
Media.
guys, I had jokes that were too offensive for the show. We didn't tell any of those.
No, we purposely chose not
Right.
to.
I'm saying
I
the
got
jokes that
annoyed.
passed muster that we could get on the air.
I
That's
got-
why I gave
I
the
got
list of
annoyed.
jokes that were too much.
I got annoyed by the people that like that were the people on the right that were like, oh, we need to be above we need to be above that, like above the what the president said. Like first off, like you didn't know who the fuck Donald Trump was when he first like literally he's been doing this kind of petty shit for 10 plus years, right? We knew what the fuck he was,
20 with
right?
Rosie.
Like, and then like that like none of these people have been through what President Trump has been through. Like none of them, right? So they have no idea. Like
Well, I think
if
Rob
any
Reiner's close now.
like, but like they don't know. They don't know. Like they're in their fucking they're playing with their phones and they have the joys of being like not having to go through anything that the fucking president has gone through like over the last fucking 8 years like with the fake ass Russia gate, getting your house fucking raided with all your family shit fucking dragged through the mud, all the fucking bullshit. And like you expect him not to fucking like
Look what
and
happened
it
to
wasn't even bad. And the
look
thing
what
was
happened to Bannon. Look what happened to Roger Stone. Look what happened.
exactly all your friends again. You watch one of your biggest supporters get blown the fuck up on live on social media, and you're like you're supposed to just take this shit. And then it's like, oh yeah, now grant you grant you, Rob Reiner was like, oh, this is, no one should have to go like this or whatever. But this dude was the one that spewed the rhetoric that drove this shit to happen. Like, you can't, like, you don't know what's going on in
I
Donald Trump's head. Like, you don't know what he's
there's
going
also
through.
an element of like, we understand that they're being disingenuous too.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
like he might have said, "Oh, you don't want to see somebody go out this way." That's what he said. But you know what the ... after that is? We all know. It's but, he's out, so that's good for me.
yeah. Well,
And I don't think it's not good for me that Rob Reiner's out. It's a neutral thing for me. That's why I can
Yeah.
joke about it. I'm not
Yeah.
sad. And if you're sad because you liked his movies, maybe understandable, but remember, they still exist.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, I think this is, and that's another thing. And that's another thing with these Hollywood people. Like, they, like, nobody gives a shit, or even the singers or whatever that are like, they're all preaching anti-Trump or anti-abortion or whatever the fuck it is. It's like nobody gives a shit, right? They're gonna, at worst, at best, for you, they're gonna come, they're gonna go to your concerts, they're gonna buy your music, and then they're gonna turn around and still vote for Trump. That's just like that's what's gonna happen.
well, I also want to point out real quick that
We're supposed to value nostalgia over everything.
well, I always want to point out that like at least Jamie Lee Curtis like was genuine in her when she cried for Charlie Kirk. She was
I don't know.
she
I
was
don't fuck. She's
an
a fucking
actress.
actress.
How do you know?
Like, yeah.
she's the one who's
It seemed that way to you. I understand.
Remember when I
yeah.
said,
Like, here's my thing is like, we've gotten to the point, okay, where you're supposed to value things like childhood memories or movies you've seen above almost everything else, to the point that nostalgia is the one thing to drive many millennials completely. Here's the problem, Sam. Look at what we had and look at what we have now. Of course we're nostalgic, but we're nostalgic for a thing we can never fucking have back because we're too busy looking at it.
and remember
That is a good
the
point.
remember the main point that I said. Okay, Hollywood is full of drug addicted, mentally ill sociopaths, right? They will do whatever it takes to keep that fucking drug habit going, right? That's it, right? For all we know, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is probably the same thing, right? You fucking, I don't know if she is or isn't, but, hey, the
Yeah,
majority of them are, right? The majority of them are sociopaths. The majority of them are drug addicted. The
well, and
majority of them are mentally ill.
unless you know a lot of them on a very personal basis, I promise you the majority of them also don't give a fuck about you.
No, of course
You
No.
not.
know? And like they don't they don't do nothing for you. You're like, "Oh, I love these movies I saw back in the day," and you can still love those. Here's a great thing, because I see this a lot. Like, some old time Hollywood person dies and they're like, "Oh, isn't it so tragic?" And I'm like, "They're 95 years old, bro." Dude, Shakespeare's dead. I still like his art. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
This is like, it's almost like Mick Foley. Like, when Mick Foley was like, "Oh, I'm separating from WWE or whatever," and it's like, dude, nobody gives a fuck.
I'm still
Right?
going to take their money until June. And I took their money for all the other stuff that clearly conflicts with my political beliefs, but I took their money then. But now,
It's
typical
not
boomer
even
though.
like, but they're fucking, like, a lot of these wrestlers are fucking drug addicted, mentally ill sociopaths too. Like, I don't.
Well,
Sam, what is my story of my entrance into pro wrestling? Is it not that I saw a locker room, and these weren't famous people. These are low-level wrestlers that were drug addicted, sycophantic, sociopathic, nut jobs, sexual obsessed perverts, and I spent 6 months trying to break into this business and said, I don't want no fucking part of it because it's just too gross.
yeah.
So he's right about wrestlers. That's why I was always telling you guys, you don't want a wrestling girl. They come with diseases. I promise.
Well, also though, I mean, let's talk about like internet gophers, because this is the other thing people want me to talk about. Like Candace Owens and Erica Kirk had a meeting, and we're all supposed to talk about it. Okay.
Is that like when there was the Bill Maher meeting with Trump and
Are
we
they
were
all
supposed to
kumbaya
talk
now?
about it, but nobody knew what had happened, so we're just supposed to speculate? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. And honestly, if you want my opinion, like, and I said this on a vlog already, but I'll say it here again. I honestly think that like Erica Kirk, there was no reason for her to meet with Candace. The only thing, this is what I hope happened at the meeting. I genuinely hope that
I hope
Candace
that all
showed
the
up
gentlemen kept,
and
their hand
Erica.
over their dicks so she didn't suck them all off right there and then. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
Well, but I also hope that like Erica just hit Candace with a lawsuit paper right there.
Well, I had heard, and now of course this is the internet, so you know it's true.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So I had heard that apparently there was a rumor that Candace Owens' husband is secretly gay or something. Is that like? Did anybody else hear the same thing? Because
Yeah,
it was
no,
like,
it's
Yeah.
Without it.
it's a commonly understood fact on the internet.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's a because I was listening to the one of those little videos on X. I was like, wow, this is fucking wild. Like,
Now, the speculation comes in. Here's my speculation anyway, is that we've been talking about how prolific she is at sucking dick, and I think that what actually drew them together in the first place was their competitive nature with each other to see who could suck more.
mm.
It's like when you meet a girl who's a runner and you're a runner and you
I'm sure Kanye West enjoyed himself at that get together.
hey,
We're just
he likes
asking.
that nitrous, what could he say,
We're just asking questions, right?
We're just asking questions.
Right. I just want to know which of Candace or her husband has sucked more dicks. I think we don't need the number. We just want to know which one's more.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get sued, Sam, my bad.
No, I mean, what's
That's right. Send all your hate mail to the Whitfield Report.
Well,
no, wait, that's Shmuley's job, right?
Well, listen, like I said, if someone wants to sue me, sue Candace Owens and Tim Pool and like the entire internet first, because that's what the space has just evolved into. I was telling Max that the unfortunate thing is this whole entire space, it's devolved into speculation and rumor, and yet when we have actual cops on the show that talk like actual law enforcement, does that video get 100? Does that video get like 100,000 views? No.
Not only are they actual cops talking about it, but like they're pointing out the same corruption we are.
Yeah.
Like they're not like, oh yay, law enforcement's the greatest thing ever. They're like, yeah, like especially when it comes to the Trump shooting thing. We have had many people who have been in the Secret Service, FBI, on and on. You could list off all of the people who have come on the show and all expressed the same thing I was saying. Incompetence at every fucking level looks suspicious.
Well, and in fact, when we had Andrew Nelson on the show a few years ago, he specifically talked about how when it comes to drug-related crimes, because he started out doing this, drug-addicted children attacking their parents and sometimes murdering them happens a lot more, and that was New York back in the 1980s when he started. with that.
Well, and you're the
So
child of what's considered to be Hollywood royalty, so to speak. He probably, I would imagine, got spoiled to a large degree compared to
yeah,
most other people.
this kid was in and out of rehab, and like
Now, I can't say if there was, maybe he'll claim some type of abuse. I don't know. But he's 34 years old. We're talking about it like it's a child. He's 34 years old.
well, I mean, a lot of these Hollywood kids never, they never grow up. So
Oh, fair enough. But I just like the
yeah,
way that people are talking about it. They're like, oh, this poor wayward kid just killed his parents. And it's like, no, this was a grown man that made the choice, probably because he's out of his mind on fucking drugs.
yeah,
And I hope that he can get
Yep.
help in the prison that he's surely going to spend the rest of his life in.
And Hollywood did him in a bunch of other ways as well.
yeah,
And if they let him out, and he doesn't spend the rest of his life in jail, Sam, well, that's exactly what the kind of thing his dad advocated for. So win.
yeah. But then again, it proves Andrew Nelson's point that Hollywood nepotism is a thing, because half of the kids that were like in similar situations, even if you're like middle class, you don't get the same treatment at all. You get
I
fucked.
saw the video of his arrest. I'm going to tell you right now, if let you say middle class, if he was black, he'd have been shot on the spot, dead.
Well, yeah, I didn't. Well, yeah, and I mean, obviously, we don't even need to go there, but that's what I'm saying.
If you haven't seen it, he's wiling out in the footage.
Yeah,
And he's still got blood on him and shit. It's wild. Like, I am thinking if it was me, would look at my shaggy ass acting like that, they probably shot me too.
yeah,
This is
no,
the kind of privileged treatment you get, even if he's getting his dad's privilege after he murdered him. Think about that.
Well,
yeah,
they probably know him. Like they probably, oh shit, here's this fucking Reiner. Oh Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, he went over the fuck. But let's just try to,
We knew he was all fucked up. We never thought he'd do this.
They know his personality or whatever, but it's like no. If it was, yeah, but you're right. If it was literally any other person, even if it was fucking me, right? I don't look particularly like I look kind of clean cutish. Like, yeah,
Well, they knew what they were
they'll
responding
put a bullet
for.
in my ass.
Yeah, they knew who he was when they pulled up on him. It's not like they didn't know he was the son of Rob Reiner. And they knew they were there to arrest him for murdering him. So, yeah, I just literally think if it was a case with anybody else that wasn't known or had those kind of connections, the cops probably, and rightly so, would have considered the person threatening. He ended up talking to them after a minute, but when they came on scene, he's yelling and wiling out.
yeah,
Of course, the conspiracy theorists are coming out in full circle. Like Rob Reiner didn't get murdered by his son; he got murdered by somebody else who,
It's gonna be Trump and Israel.
it's
yeah.
probably tied to Israel.
Even
Well,
though Rob Reiner is one of the biggest Zionist Jews, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, even like that's literally his
Well,
position.
they'll say he wasn't Zionist enough or whatever. Like
There it is.
he
Yeah,
wasn't.
he was gonna change his mind. That's
He
the
was.
Charlie Kirk one, right? He was gonna change his mind. That's our evidence for a complete whole thing.
He didn't swallow the cum after.
I've been hearing that one about Kennedy for
so
fucking
now
how
he's
long?
got to go. He's got to go.
Kennedy was going to do all the things I wanted a president to do, but then they shot him. Who's they? Whoever I don't like.
He didn't gargle Netanyahu's cum right after the blowjob. So you got to go. Right, there are levels. There's levels to the game, and you're not on it. So you got to go. Sorry for the graphic.
We forgot to mention, Sam, I don't know if you saw this, if you heard about this. We're blockading Venezuela.
Uh, uh
Interesting.
interesting.
This just come out. You were probably having an awkward conversation or something, like 9 o'clock or so.
I'm hoping Columbia doesn't treat me like shit because I'm trying to go over there here.
I mean, one, I don't. It's less of a hot button for me than a Middle Eastern country because of all the fucking problems that causes. But my instant instinct, Sam, is I don't like our service men and women being deployed in a dangerous situation if we can help it. So my thoughts obviously are with anybody that's getting stationed down there right before the holidays.
Yeah, that's
But
I'm just
things are
I'm not a
escalating.
I don't I hope to God that it's not regime change. It's starting to look like it, and I hope to God that it's not. Like
When I hear a
that's
blockade, so the response, by the way, from Venezuela to the blockade is that they're going to send military ships with the oil tankers.
hmm.
So it's a game of brinksmanship that we're at now, and that is very obviously
It
a
it just
problem
does
that could
the
pop off.
regime change doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. It does. Yeah, is this
Never
dude a
has.
fucking is Maduro a bloodthirsty dictator? Yes, but it's not like should maybe should he be replaced or something like maybe like that's up to for the people to decide.
Well, when it
But like
comes
what?
to our southern hemisphere, there's at least we have a lot less like domino effect than the Middle East. Like getting regime change in the Middle East is always going to be a catastrophic thing. It happens a lot in South America, let's be
Mhm.
real. And we're responsible, I would say the CIA is responsible for a good number of them.
Of
Could it
course.
happen there and not be that big of a deal? I guess, but I also am not a fan of it. I think it would be what I'm saying is it's less bad than doing it in, say, Syria.
well. What is because I hadn't even heard of this.
And
What
also
it
has more of a direct effect on us because of the implications of Tren de Aragua and international smuggling and all that.
well,
Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
well, like I said, I hadn't heard about this. So like, what is the reasoning for the like why are we potentially? Even though it's probably BS, like what is the official narrative, quote unquote?
Well, one is that Trump had even invoked that Hugo Chavez had taken our oil platforms back in 2007, which a lot of people are sneezing at, but that is true. Uh, but no, it's just been the constant escalation over the drug boats.
Mhm.
Well, I
And
mean,
now that it's going to be the oil too. See what they're saying though, Sam, is that these oil tankers, and it's true, they are avoiding UN sanctions.
well, I mean, so here's my thing, and like, yeah, I don't like the idea of us going into foreign conflict, but to me, that at least seems more justifiable than the Middle East at this point.
I'm more okay with fighting cartels than South American dictators. That's my take on it, and I think that
Yeah,
the dictators would be less of a problem if we did focus on cartels. It seems like they're escalating to go. This is the first shot directly at the Maduro government. So I don't know where we go from here, Sam. You know my stance. I'm anti-war, but pragmatic. And like I said, I'm just my thoughts and prayers are with anybody that's getting sent down there right now.
same.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of times people forget about the working Joes that we have in our military that are busting ass and just doing a great job, and that some of them are now going to lose out on their Christmas at home because of this. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Oki in chat says, didn't learn from Panama with Noriega, CIA. Probably.
yeah, it's like CIA is basically the shadow. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny because the left used to hate the CIA. The left used to point out the CIA. Now all of a sudden they defend everything, but it's infuriating. And then the right used to tell me the CIA is perfectly good, and now they're the ones. It flip flops. I'm gonna tell you both, brah. The CIA's fucked up. I don't care if
Yeah.
you're left or right. They did some shit you're not gonna like. I promise.
It's
Jeez.
it's a tie like I just I hate that I hate that I'm being lied to, but at the same time I expect it. Like it's like because like with the Venezuela shit, it's like of course like they say, oh, Trinde Aragua, they're smuggling drugs, they're smuggling people, they're like and they're tied to this Maduro government, blah blah blah. And
Well,
then it's like, but in reality, of course, it's money, oil, and power, just like it always is. Like it's just some sort of, you know,
Can
control.
I ask, do you have a large Trende Aragua presence where you're at?
I don't think so, but then I
We
don't.
do. We do. And I'm going to tell you that's why I have a bit more lax opinion on this.
Yeah,
They are awful. And they
yeah.
showed up in the last 3 years in Providence, actually. And I actually, Sam, I talked about this with you a while ago on the show. I got into a fight with two Trende Aragua.
Mm.
yeah, you
They
did.
tried to jump me.
Yeah, you did. I couldn't remember if you actually brought that up on the show or if that was just in like a private conversation.
Oh, well,
So
what? I mean, I could talk about it now because they both got deported since then.
good.
Yeah. I got run up on. I was walking down the side of the road as I do. There's a car parked at like a crosswalk, and so I go to walk across the crosswalk, but the car's parked there with his lights on, like he's about to go, but there's no traffic coming in any direction. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait to see if he's just gonna slip out. Maybe he doesn't see me. I wait, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go. He fucking lurches the car forward, and so like I'm like, you know, just as you might. Just turn this stuff, you. They peel out, pull back down. The driver stays in the car, but these two other guys get out. One stands behind me, one stands in front of me. I know what this is. I'm from the hood. I get punched.
Yeah.
They're yelling at me in fucking Spanish. I didn't even understand it because they were so fast. I can understand Spanish, but not fast and yelling at me. And then the one behind me punched me in the fucking kidney. And I knew that they were just planning on mugging me or something. So I grabbed him in a headlock because I'm a huge dude. Like, that's not a smart idea, even if you do have two people. They made the mistake. Just because you got two people, if the guy's really, really big, you might want a weapon too. And so I grabbed him up in a headlock and I was punching the other guy with the one guy in the headlock. And then I knocked the one guy, pushed him back, basically. It wasn't even a punch. It was like one of those good push right here. And he fell on his back, and I tossed his little friend on him, and then I kicked him in the head. And I walked on thinking, oh, man, I'm fucked. I shouldn't have kicked him in the head. Everything up to that was I felt so bad about it. Not because of kicking him in the head. Fuck him. But I was angry. Anyway, the driver I see about a week later. And he's like, hey, you big guy, come here, come here. He wasn't even an illegal.
Oh
They were his
shit.
cousins or whatever. And he's like, yo, you beat the fuck out of them and all this shit. And he was telling everybody that I was the terrible gringo and shit. And the same weekend after the fight, there was this big, big raid in Providence. And those two guys had been fucking with him and they got picked up in the fucking raid. And I was like, oh, good. So maybe I sent him back with a good old American ass kicking. Fuck up on out of here.
Nice.
Well, I hope people like that end up in that fucking El Salvadorian prison. That like
Here's hoping. But
I am hoping.
at the
I
very
hope.
least, they're now sent back to Venezuela. This is about to be invaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad timing, but I can't say I feel bad for him.
Yeah, not those guys. There's plenty of people I do though. Yeah. No, I'm not for another full-on fucking war, a land war especially. You're insane. But I don't think it'll escalate there. I don't think we plan on invading. But I do think we plan on using drones and planes and all that shit.
Yeah.
More bombings, Sam. You know how we love those bombings.
Well, Obama sure did. I mean, it's
That's
in
right.
his
Hey,
it's in his
we're just
name even.
bringing it back. We're just being nostalgic for the 2000s when Obama used to just blow everybody up.
Supporter in chief.
Yep.
Apparently, Humongous is imagining me repeatedly jumping on somebody.
I mean,
Shout out to Humongous for coming on last Friday. Fun episode.
Yeah, that was great. Check out his game on Steam soon. Home Invaders.
Yep. The demo version is in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, Sam. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. You write books you should be shilling. We're shilling other people's shit. You haven't even shown off your lovely literature.
I
That you
know.
can get for the low price. Now they missed Crazy Sam's crazy Black Friday crazy sale of craziness.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I didn't miss it.
I figure I might. So I figure I might switch this up a little because since we're talking about possible drug wars, I'm going to switch this up a bit because it's topical. But
Show the book. Show the book.
He disappeared again.
I'm
Oh
back.
shit, he's there.
Houdini
Scared
Sam.
the shit out of me, Sam.
Night of the Vigilante is a great book. I released this back in March of 2025. Very topical too, ladies and gentlemen, considering it's about
And also, this one I know, Sam. Our offenseologist spent a long time on this one, and we have confirmed that it raises testosterone, lengthens your dick, makes you more attractive to women, and makes you smarter.
yes, and it will teach you. And this is new. This is new too. But I've been told by readers that it will also inspire you to go fight drug dealers in your area.
No, it won't do that at all.
Which I do not, we don't condone that necessarily. Leave that to law enforcement.
Just because he writes books about vigilantes doesn't mean he endorses vigilantism.
Exactly. Maybe I need to write that disclaimer in at the beginning of the book, but we do not
Well, I mean,
condone.
I endorse vigilantism. I'm just saying that you don't.
No, well, I mean,
I think the world would be a better place if motherfuckers, instead of being snarky little bitches, would just take a swing.
yeah.
How you learn,
But
Sam?
it's fun being snarky, Max.
No, you learn who you can be a snarky little bitch to and who you can't.
But I'm not a little bitch. I'm snarky, just not a little bitch.
Well, and then you learn the lesson: if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. Either way, you win.
Fact.
I learned that one a long time ago, Sam.
Yeah. Well, Moore has been tearing it up on Twitter too, though. I mean,
My current target is Paul Tassi.
Yeah, but he's not nearly as dumb as me.
I mean, I'd say he's dumber.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure your wife would agree.
Chat. Who's dumber, me or Mort?
Oh, you were more. I thought you meant.
Yeah, of
I,
course. Because if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. So I learned that lesson. Okay, that's why I'm so tough.
well, I
'Cause I'm
mean,
dumb as shit.
if it's between you and Mort, then but like between you and Paul Tassi, I mean, Paul Tassi seemed pretty dumb. I
Does
don't
he
even
run Tasky Toyota?
I don't even know who Mort is beefing with, but I automatically know whoever it is. I'm sure Mort has a good reason.
Former Games Journal.
Uh, Mort, it's not 2014 anymore, dude. You missed out on Gamergate.
See, I'm beefing Sam with zombies.
Well, that's the thing. Paul Tassi brought that up this week.
I'm pretty sure that guy runs a fucking auto dealership out on fucking 495.
Yeah. I mean, look, the internet's just it's weird, you know? E-
No. Real
Everyone,
life is obviously the weird thing, Sam. The internet is perfectly normal, and all of these obsessive behaviors everyone has is just normal. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
everyone is beefing with someone.
Just talk to the AI. It'll fix everything.
At least it's not DSP this week.
Yet! What's Mersh doing? Sucking?
Being nice to cripples.
Oh, I remember now. Mersh is eating Ralph Sloppy Seconds. I forgot, yeah.
I was gonna say you're actually more up on Mersh lore than I am at this point.
Yeah,
Uh,
so Mersh's girlfriend, Sam. The fun fact.
wait, Mersh has a girlfriend? That's
Yes, but there's a but. Oh, speaking of but, before she was
Is she a
Mersh's
tranny?
girlfriend, she ate Ethan Ralph's asshole very shortly beforehand, by the way, within days.
oh jeez.
So Mersh has kissed Ethan Ralph's asshole third hand.
Wow. Okay, well,
That's it. That's what he's up to. He's digging out sloppy seconds off of Ethan Ralph.
like this is the
That's
same.
what he meant by you'll never be as big as him, Sam.
Yeah, like I'm interviewing like New York Times best-selling authors, and Mersh is out here like
But are
Eating
you
ass.
eating out Ethan Ralph's asshole? No, you are not. Mersh is. Indirectly, of course, through the process of osmosis, butthole osmosis. Ow.
I mean, first off, Max did not deserve that because he was right.
I probably deserved that one. I'm not sure for what.
Max didn't do nothing.
That was crazy how a moth flew out of my ear when she did that, though. Did you see that?
I
was
did.
looking right at it. I was like, oh, wow.
Max didn't do nothing.
It's because it's empty. So the moth was up there. I'm going to have to clip that. That was insane.
Okay, fine, Max. And Max did all of the things.
Where was I? All right. So Mersh was getting in on Ralph's sloppy seconds. And British Mersh is wishing he could.
Yes. Well, I knew that because all British Merch does is talk about Ralph, even though even though it's been like what, 3 years, and Max,
Did you see when British Mersh was trolling the internet by saying he had gotten a job and was walking to work, and the internet trolls, quote unquote, were like, "Oh, good for you. We're going to stop making fun of you." And he's like, "Aha, I fooled you all. I'm still unemployed." Got him. Beautiful guy. You totally look great after that one.
Here's the thing. How do these people still make money, like, online? Or do they even?
My
Grifting.
theory, Sam, is they use back pages.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they're they're not making money off of the thing, and they're not like hot chicks, right? So like they're not gonna do OnlyFans. So the only thing they can do is like sell their butthole to some big old gay guy on back pages.
So that's why Milo wants to expose. My God,
Well,
that
that's
all.
right. When you see, weird right wing extreme Nazi types, he's the first gay guy they encounter. So of course they all try to fuck him because they're Nazis,
Well, that also is like I was talking to someone like IRL, and they were asking about that, like, why is Milo like, I don't know, like,
Why is Milo? I mean, none of us know.
yeah, why is
Who is Milo?
my
Some gay guy. We got that one, but what is Milo? I don't. What do you
How is
make of a
Milo?
guy like him?
he's claiming that he's claiming that, like, Max, you deeply offended Milo, actually, you personally,
Hmm?
because you've said on the podcast before that you can't unsuck a dick,
Well, I
Because
mean,
you
right?
can't.
And
well,
apparently,
it's not like if you blow on it, Sam, you didn't suck it.
well, but like he
You
said,
can't put it back. You can't put the cum back in.
I mean, look, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Like, you're right. I'm just saying that, like, when he won Tucker Carlson, he cried about that. Like, people were saying that to him.
Well, hey, look, Milo, I'm sorry, but there's no use crying over sucked dick.
There's no use crying over spilled cum.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go with spilled milk, but I thought sucked dick sounded good. And spilled milk would have worked and been a little more to the imagination, I suppose. But Milo doesn't leave anything to the imagination. That's why all these Nazis wanted to fuck him.
No,
I
and
believe he fucked a whole bunch of Nazis. No, we know we've established this. Nazis are gay. He was a gay, and he was the only one among their like circle that was like, yes, he's a homosexual man. And they were like, oh, cool, I get to do gay stuff with him. Because they're Nazis. They are drawn to just being a homosexual. It's what they do. Hate Jews, suck dick. That's Nazi life, baby.
yeah, that's true.
Dress in Hugo Boss because fashion is king when you're a gay guy.
Yeah. Well, that's Milo's other thing, is that, like, looking nice and presentable is a gay psyop.
You know what? I'll go back on saying stuff that made Milo cry. If he lets us know if he has fucked Cantwell, Mike Pinovich, or Richard Spencer, then I'll forgive him. They're all Nazis, so, and Cantwell's very gay, so it's not out of the question. I mean, he's gay. Sam, Sam, have you
I
heard
know.
how gay Chris Cantwell is?
He wrote a gay. I know. I know. He wrote gay erotica. Has this? Has this improved? Has this evolved?
Well,
Or
he's in jail now, so he's basically in gay Disneyland.
I mean, yeah.
Just wait till you get on Space Mountain, Chris.
Oh God. I don't even want to think about what that is.
That's right.
Anywho, Max, do we have anything else? Any other topics we want to? I think we covered everything. Like, any more
Yeah, so
on?
I think that the theory that they told us to shut up about Brown, that it was Mahmoud Kombucha or whatever the fuck that tranny's name is. I actually think there's some weight to that. I think that's exactly why they're telling us to shut up. They put out a fucking video and then people said this is the person in the video and then they said shut up. So I'm a bit suspicious of that. Further than that, Sam, the Providence police and everybody else involved are lying about Brown. I mean, and in the best case scenario, they are completely fucking incompetent, and I have no confidence in them. That's about all I wanted to say tonight. Oh,
Uh,
and all those jokes about Rob Reiner just to piss people off. I'm sure somebody will clip at least one of them.
fair enough.
But I told them
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
mean,
make all the jokes.
I
You
mean,
don't get to joke police me.
listen. I pretty much.
Sam does to some degree. Shmuley can do it on occasion. She tries. She uses capital punishment to try and joke police me. It doesn't work, Sam.
Yeah, but you like it, Max.
Yeah.
So,
What was I doing?
talking about like we were wrapping up the show. Oh, I do want to announce this Friday we will be, and Max, maybe you have more details, but I did send out the invites. We are doing the White Christmas for Autism.
I do have more details. I'll be starting a stream earlier in the day, probably around 6 p.m. or before, leaving it up all day. We will be promoting a link to the Autism Society of America for donations. Drive donations to them directly. It's not one of those cases where you put into our thing and then we'll give them a little bit what's left. We want people to donate directly to them. If people want to show receipts and stuff, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. But the idea is to raise money, as I've done almost every year for 10 years now. Technically, it's 11 years, and we've done 9 or 10 of them. 10, I think. This is the 10th one. So, White Christmas for Autism, what we generally like to do is bring awareness and try and drum up donations for the Autism Society. We talk about Christmas stuff. Try and keep it warm, upbeat, have a little fun, and we'll be open all night for people to drop in and out if they want to come on. I'll have a Discord going so people can just jump in and talk about Christmas, talk about autism, talk about the news, whatever they really want. And that'll be going for pretty much all night till later on. Just trying to get, again, donations to the Autism Society. So White Christmas for Autism. I'm going to have guests. I don't have a list of guests yet. 6 p.m. on the Right to Offend Media channel on Rumble, Cringe Coffee House on YouTube, my @BlameXand on X, Twitter, or kick.com/BlameXand.
Yep, and I do know that Ryan Permison of and I quote, he has confirmed with me that he will be on. He'll be coming later on in the evening. He has his own show, but he'll be joining us after. It's a real informal stream, so people will be popping in and out. But I know Max will be.
And
It'll
if
be.
anybody listening, if you want to send in a Christmas greeting, talk about Christmas or anything else like that, we'll be reading those on the air as well. I'm going to open it up that anybody can join. We're going to try and have some guests, talk about Christmas shit, talk about whatever history. I used to do this whole mystery thing about the who really was Santa Claus with Rick Turpin. I'm gonna see if I can get him to jump in at least a little bit, because it was, frankly, Maxine, it's not Christmas, White Christmas for Autism without our good friend Rick Turpin, who was there from the beginning. So I'm gonna try and get him there. We love Rick; he's awesome. Shmuley's probably gonna drop by. I'm sure Sam, Morpheus, and the guys from Bits and Bones.
Yeah.
Core, a good friend of mine, is probably gonna drop in. We'll have a whole bunch of people try and raise some money for autistic kids, and that's it. Just for a good cause. So White Christmas for Autism, Friday night.
Sounds good. And yeah, check out the books, Night of the Vigilante, Blood Ties Volume 2, which is currently being wrapped as a present for someone right now. That's why I don't have
If
the
you say volume 2, but what about volume 1? You can get that one too.
Indeed. All my links to my books are on Amazon as well. Might be doing a sale the week before Christmas also.
Check
you
out
haven't-
his new Only Crips.
I mean, yeah, at this point, only Crips, yeah.
We should make that site just as a gag.
We really should. Also, check out this past Monday's Whitfield's Report interview with author T.G. Brown, another police officer turned author who I've had on
And
the
another
program.
banger of an interview.
Thank you, sir. It was fun talking to him, and this coming week, author James Dawson, who hasn't published a book yet but is in the process of writing one, he's going to be joining. He's a good friend of mine and a good friend of Eric Bishop's as well. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a different, he hasn't published a book yet, but he's in the process. So kind of changing things up with a behind the scenes, take on kind of the process. So, it's interesting. We're kind of changing things up here towards the end of the year. So
And then after Christmas, Sam, the Tim Awards, the second annual Timmys, will be happening.
yeah,
I hear tell you might be nominated for an award or two this year.
yeah.
I also hear Mort got nominated for more awards than you. We'll know when it comes out next week.
That figures. But anyway, let's see. And then let's see here. We won't be having a show next week because it is Christmas Day actually. So yeah. So no show for the Wednesday show next week. We might do one.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Indeed, Merry Christmas.
And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be waiting for that motherfucker Santa this year. I got a kneecapper ready. I got a couple things. I got some traps laid out for that fat fuck. He's gonna give me what he owes me. You Santa, you motherfucker. You know. I'll see you on Christmas, you fat fuck.
Well, I at least know I'm on the good list, as is, well, I'm probably on the good list. Maybe not.
I don't know. You do be tweeting a bunch of girls.
I might be.
Not as many as Mort does. So.
Santa likes girls.
That he does. Hey, what's the difference between Santa and Tiger Woods?
Santa only has 3 hoes.
Yes. And with that, good night, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that'll do it for tonight's show. Lots of heavy stuff that we covered tonight.
Well,
But
then rip up the show there, meathead. What are you doing?
in all seriousness, we'll see you on Friday. Have a Merry Christmas, folks, and stay safe out there, folks. So take care, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.
Up for? Y'all come back now, you hear?
And of course, Rumble is going to rumble me.
He got rumbled. Oh shit, Sam. He's like, I'm gonna end the show. Rumble said, no, you're not. Not yet. You're on a roll, Sam. You don't end the show just yet. You gotta get rumbled. You gotta come back. And we had 4 exit lines. Not good enough. All thrown the fuck out, Sam. So now we gotta set it up again. And we'll see you all next week. Merry fucking Christmas. Friday. He's muted. He's not only rumbled, but he's muted.
Oh my God.
Oh, I am.
Uh oh.
So I was saying Merry Christmas, God, freedom, legacy,
He's muted because he got rumbled.
and yeah. See you Friday, folks, and Merry Christmas.
Unless we're banned.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.